Hey, welcome to my 50-part video series on manifestation. We're going to talk about intuition again in this video. There's another one in the series on intuition. I talk about intuition throughout all of it because I believe that intuition is our most powerful gift and our most misunderstood practice. And that's going within and trusting the wisdom that's coming forward and knowing that that wisdom is gentle and quiet sometimes, and it can be easily blocked out by all the noise from outside of us, the noise within us, limiting beliefs, our fear, our doubt, our worry, our denial, even hope can get in the way of us hearing our intuition. If we're hoping something will happen, it can keep us from really trusting the wisdom that's coming forward. Okay, so intuition, what I know to be true about intuition. It loves you. It wants the best for you. It's going to take you in directions that stretch you. And most of the time, it's going to feel pretty peaceful when you follow that guidance. And it will always make sense to everybody around you. You know, I read for other people. That's my job, and I've trained to do that. But when I read for myself, I know that that intuitive information is not always going to make sense to someone else because it's my journey. And so I think that's the key, is to own that your intuition is your unique expression of communication with God. And acting on your intuition strengthens your ability to continue to receive intuitive information. And it's usually very specific. So I'll start there. So intuitive information is usually very, very specific. And if we allow it, it can help alleviate suffering and pain. And do you need meditation for it? Some people might. I think you really just need to return to center. And in that place of peacefulness and knowing that everything's going to be okay, you can create a channel, a clear channel to receive messages from the divine. Okay, so some of the ways in which I receive intuitive information personally, I'll share those with you. So if you want intuitive clarity, I would buy a yes or no coin, like Google yes or no coin. They have them on Amazon, and flip it. And I think that, you know, you can eventually abuse that system if you are not trusting the wisdom coming forward, but you flip it and you see how it feels or what guidance or wisdom comes forward as a result of that yes or no. That's one way you can use your intuition. Pendulums help as well. You know, I think that that's an art form that you might want to train on and get a little research. But again, that's a yes or no system that can help you gauge what is right. Do not give power to the tool. It is just something to help you stimulate the wisdom and guidance within you. You know, as I'm channeling this program, I'm using oracle cards to help me receive the message from spirit, but it's not the card or the message on the card that's leading me to give you this talk. It's the messages coming forward from spirit. So allow all the divination tools to assist you in better hearing spirit, but don't give your power to that tool. You know, I encourage my clients to take a message I give them and run it through their own intuitive system so that they know specifically what is best for them. What do I mean by this? There'll be oftentimes that I'll pull a card for myself and I'm like, okay, what does that mean for me? And then immediately I get a download of how to use that specific message. And that's that exchange between you and spirit. And then you act appropriately. You take action based on that message. It's that easy to really start to trust your intuition. Do I think some people have stronger intuitions than others? Yes. I am, Colette Baron Reed described it so beautifully that I'm an Olympic athlete when it comes to intuition. I read for other people as a result of that. But all of us have intuition, and we can use it in our day to day life. We don't have to just use it in a crisis. We can use it moment by moment to determine what choice and decision is best for us. I think when we are dealing with a lot of shoulds, I should be doing this, it can make it difficult for us to hear our intuition. When we are dealing with a lot of guilt or doubt, it can make it difficult to hear our intuition. But if you can get still, you can hear and know and feel and sense and see what is right for you. That's all that matters. And then you act accordingly based on that information. I got a message today, and I knew it was right, and I was kind of feeling a little uncomfortable about a situation in my life, and I went in, and Spirit told me exactly what to do, and I did it, and immediately that feeling left. That's it. It's that simple. And it's usually not that complicated, the things they ask us to do. It might be a project, it might be require some diligence and some dedicated effort. But for the most part, the intuition is going to give you pretty easy steps and guidance and wisdom to take. It's not going to tell you to reinvent and be a whole nother person. No, the intuition is so loving and so kind. And very, very rarely will it give you a really stern message unless you're in danger, and very few people are in that type of danger. And usually, it's just helping you get through your journey. It's saying, pick up the phone. It's saying, oh, I know who's going to call me next. Oh, I know who to reach out to. I know what next step to take. I know how to proceed. You might see a vision in your mind's eye of what to do. You might sense it, in terms of feeling it. You might feel what's right, and just act on it. And know that Spirit's got your back in it. Your intuition is not going to lead you down a path that is not for your highest and greatest good. So, I had a client once say, well, I've been following my intuition, Amy, and I feel like it's telling me the wrong thing. And I said, baby, you're not following your intuition. What happens is we get an intuitive message, and I've shared this with you before in this video series. You'll get an intuitive message, and then immediately, because the duality of things, the light and the dark, exist together, you'll immediately get some junky thought behind it that's louder, and that you think, oh, that must be my intuition, and then you act according to that. But it was that original message. So if you can hold on to that essence, and I say the way you hold on to it is act on it quickly. One of the things that we do is we'll get an intuitive message, and we'll just kind of whatever, and then the junky thought comes, and we get wrapped up in that. And then we miss the original message, and Spirit will give it to us again. And so pay attention to the repetitive messages that are coming forward, and they come in unique ways. You'll know when you're getting an intuitive message, and act on it, and trust that Spirit has got your back in the process. I can't say that enough. Have faith in the superpower that is your intuition. No one needs to understand how it works but you. And while I read for other people, and I have a system for reading for other people, I also know that I'm always amazed by what information comes forward when I'm in a session with a client. And I have to be an open channel to that. And even in my own personal life, I have to be an open channel to messages from Spirit. So be patient, be gentle with yourself. Trust that your intuition is always firing, always giving you wisdom for your highest and greatest good. And it's there to serve you and to help you manifest the life of your dreams. It will give you specific actions that will help you move forward. And you don't have to understand it. Just do it, and then another piece will be revealed, and then another piece will be revealed. Till the next video, take care of yourself.